Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. 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 Om Partaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Britavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvam Bhagavad Gite Bhavatveshinim Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Maruta Stunvanti Divyaistavaihi Vedai Sangapadakramopaniषदैः Gayanti Yam Samaga Dhyanavasthitatadgatena manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyantam na vidussura suragana Devaya tasmai namaha. Devaya tasmai namaha. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Na Shochati Na Kankshati Samas Sarveshu Bhuteshu Madbhaktim Labate Param. Every coin has got two sides. If you are accepting one side of the coin, you cannot but accept the other side as well. If there is Kanksha, there is Shoka also. One cannot escape that. Where there is expectations, there are disappointments too. Where there is joy, there can be surely sorrow also. The world is like that. You cannot say, I would like to see only one side of the coin, other side I'm not going to see. Even if you don't see it, it is there. It is like the cat says the whole world is dark by closing its eyes. By closing your eyes, the world does not become dark. So, Na kangshati na shochati. Yatra kangsha asti tatra shokaha api asti. Where there is kangsha, ichcha, desire, there is disappointment also. Because not all that we desire, we get it. So here, instead of expecting, start accepting. I never expect you to behave in this way. Who asked you to expect? That is your problem. You expect something and you get disappointed by that. I'm not responsible for that. Our Swami Tejamayana used to say, if you are expecting something from someone, behavior or otherwise, you tell that person, this is what I'm expecting from you. So that person will clearly say, don't. You imagine in your own mind some expectations, and you don't tell that person also, this is what I expect from you, and you expect that person to behave that way. How? So, if there is a want, there is a bondage. This is what Bhagavad says. If you keep on wanting, you will never come out of bondage. The more you want, the more bondage it comes. Greater the bondage, greater the wants, tighter will be the bondage. So what is the nature of a person who has realized the highest nature? Brahma bhutaha prasannatma. One who has realized the highest nature of oneself, which is unsullied, unchanging, everlasting, continuous in everyone, and in that there is no disappointment. What we want is always what we don't have. When we realize what we are, the very abode of all joy, the reduction of want immediately takes place. As much as when you have eaten a Sunday stomach full, one more jalebi will not go inside. Isn't that why? I am full, don't give me anything now. After some time I'll take it. But one who is a prasanna atma, one who has gained this inner pleasantness, joy, what does he have any expectation from anybody? Na kangshati. Tasmat na shochati. Therefore, na shochati, na kangshati. He has no shoka, sorrow born out of expectations, not only from people outside, about oneself also. Because presently we are discontent, unhappy, incomplete. Therefore, there is always a need to complete ourselves with something, someone. And I know myself as complete and full. Anybody whom I expect or accept will be only extra. Gurudev used to say very clearly, desires fulfilled divided by desires entertained. This is a formula. Desires entertained is on the bottom, on the top, desires fulfilled. Now look at this formula then. There are 20 desires I have and 10 of them are fulfilled. What will be my happiness? Half happy. Only 5 of the desires I entertained are fulfilled. Not quarter I am happy. In quarter I am not happy. Only I am happy only quarter. This is how we are. We keep on increasing the desires, that is a denominator. Denominator, right? My math is going wrong. What is the top one? Numerator. Thank God, you are all alive. So numerator, The more I increase the numerator, more happy. This is our thinking. And we never look at why we are having so much in the denominator. Think about it. You keep on reducing the denominator and come to zero. What will happen? Tell me. Tell me what will happen. Even a simple thing accomplished will become infinitely happy. 1 by 0, 2 by 0, 3 by 0. Now, our aim as a sadhana should be reduce the denominator. Mindlessly what we do, we don't even look at it. We only keep on trying to increase the denominator, but at the same time, unconsciously, habitually, we keep on increasing the denominator also. So our sadhana should be to reduce the denominator. Then even simple things can be most joyful. That is Brahmapoda Prasanna Atma, na shochati, na kankshati. And such a person who has gained the inner equilibrium, joy and discovery, when he deals with everybody else, samas sarveshu bhuteshu. Since he has no expectation from anyone, he doesn't behave differently to different people. In our case, I want something from this person, therefore I behave in this way. In this fellow useless, I don't have to even care about that. Or he will be asamaha. He will not be the same. If for each one he will have to change his face. He or she. In this case, what happens is the mind goes through a lot of agitations. How should I behave with this person? How should I behave with that person? How should I behave with this person? The mind constantly calculating. This person is useful, so more smile for him or her. This person I have nothing to do with. Why should I even bother about his existence? So that is not the case with him. Samasarveshu bhuteshu. Is same in all beings, for he himself is finding himself in all beings. Just like as you stand in front of the mirror, even as you are not put your third layer of foundation, would you hate yourself? After all, I have original beauty. Nobody looks at it that way. All that we put is only to show to the world, but you yourself are accepting yourself as you are. Extra anything that you do is for impressing others only. One person went to an interview with a new coat with a price tag attached also. The interviewer looked at it and said, "What is the idea?" He said, "If I am not selected, I'll give it back." So whatever we put on to the world, Veshahanataha swatmadarshanam Ishadarshanam swatmarupataha. Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi says, Veshahanataha. When these veshas, when these external appearances, the artificial appearance, when it is destroyed completely, swatmadarshanam, then and then alone you really see yourself. So long as we pretend, so long we remain in artificial ways of living and talking and behaving, you will not know who you are. Veshahanataha swatmadarshanam. And this atmadarshanam, knowing oneself, is ishadarshanam. That itself is the vision of the Lord. Swatmarupataha, one's own nature. So such a person, sarveshu bhuteshu samaha. Because Bhagavan has very clearly says, Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshosti na priyaha. That my nature, Krishna said, I am same to all. There is nobody to hate, nobody I hold near dear to me. Nobody dear, nobody far. I am same. Ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya mayite teshu chapyaham. Ye bhajanti, those people who worship in this way, mam bhaktya bhajanti, those who worship with devotion, mayite, in me they are, teshu cha api aham. They are in me, I am in them. Meaning what? There is no difference between me and him. So here, samas sarveshu bhuteshu. And the gain of that is, see, it's a beautiful thing. From brahmajnanat mad bhaktihi. Mad bhaktim labate param. So here the Bhagavan Krishna brings about how knowledge will lead to devotion. There is always a debate about knowledge is one path, devotion is another path, and I am only a devotee, I am not interested in knowledge. All these things are not true. A true jnani is a true bhakta also. A true person of knowledge is truly a great devotee of the Lord. For once you know, you cannot but love. Once you know Bhagavan, once you know the highest truth, you cannot but fall in love with that. For it is not different from you. Is it away from you or something other than you? Are you not in love with you all the time? Nobody loves you also, you love yourself. But at the present moment, our love is only with respect to body. My body I love, my mind I love, our emotions I love, my thoughts and ideas and opinions I love. Here is where we get stuck. And this is person to person, it becomes different. My body is not your body. The way I look at it is not you look. My emotions are not your emotions. My thoughts are not your thoughts. Therefore, from this standpoint, we only see differences. Therefore, our love is very narrow. When a person recognizes this as me and this is same in all, how can he see any difference? Kedu sarvani bhutani. Ye, one who sees in all of them, ekasmin ekatvam anupashyataha tatra ko moha kashokaha. There is a question of moha and shoka for him. As much as the parents look at their children as their own extension, until they become extra tension. When they are say small, they are my own extensions. His nose is exactly like my nose. Please, those who are from the Mahadevanji's class, please proceed for a meeting. So those who are from Mahadevanji's class, please proceed to a meeting. I think you have sent an email also. So here, samas sarveshu bhuteshu, and when a person brahmabodha prasannatma madbhaktim param labate, and supreme devotion to me is what they gain. So devotion, true devotion is where there is no division. Beda bhavanat sohamityasau bhavana vida pavani bhata bhava shunya sad bhava sustitihi bhavana balat bhaktiruttama. Beda bhavanat, than the devotion which is born out of division. Because when we go to a temple or any place of worship, we look at God as different from us. Somebody else, something else, higher, powerful. That is where the devotion starts with the Bheda Bhavana. Bheda means difference. Than that, sa aham iti asau bhavana. He is me, I am him. So Brahmabodha Prasannatma Param Bhaktim Labate. He does not have the devotion which is born of division, and the division is where we keep on doing rituals and prayers and worship only to demand and get things from the Lord. When you want to recognize it is me. What is the demand anymore? It is me. So, para-bhakti here means a supreme love. In Narada Bhakti Sutra, that is the first statement. Atato bhaktim vyakyasyamaha. Bhakti, what is that? Parama prema rupa. Of the nature of highest love. We love anything to get something out of it. Either emotionally or physically or some kind of a pleasure of company. But love for oneself is not like that. And love for oneself means love for one's self, not oneself. When the body is also tired and getting old, we start feeling the burden of this body than love for the body, right? But even as the physical body is dilapidated, old, senile, you still love you because let this body, I get rid of this body, I still will be alive. The love for one's own self, immortal self, is unquestionable. So that love, mat bhaktim, mat param labate. Continuing, he says, bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tatvatah tato mam tatvato jnatva vishate tadanantaram bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tatvatah tato mam tatvato jnatva vishate tadanantaram. First thing is, devotion is where you really know me. Bhaktya mam abhijanati. Even as the youngsters go for dating, what is the idea? I want to know you. And she says, I don't know you. I know to you only. Do you think that both of them, when they meet for the first time, will they reveal their true nature? No. True nature means their original nature. They only show the artificial nature of themselves. Smiling. How are you? What do you like? So, only when, to some extent, when you start behaving, or then you know, oh, this is not the person I want. In the same way, Bhagavan can be known only through devotion. How many ever books you read, it doesn't give you. See, by reading a book or listening to a lecture, you can gain knowledge, but not devotion. Nobody can give you devotion. Devotion happens only when you are with the devotee. Looking closely at that person, observing how the beauty of that emotion for the Lord expressed by that person in everything. No, when you read a book or listen to a lecture, it is impersonal understanding. Only when that person observes a true bhakta, not a person who merely does rituals after rituals and chanting mantras and after mantras, taking the matchstick and put it in the fire also. Bhagavan, fire looks, why are you putting matchsticks on me? Nowadays, True love is where you don't insult, you don't disregard, you don't disrespect anyone. So the devotion when a person has, and when he deals with the world with the same devotion, such a person cannot but be an ocean of compassion to all beings. And Bhagavan says that here, Bhaktya mam abhijanati. Only by devotion you can know me. Because earlier in the 10th chapter or 11th chapter, he said that I am showing you this Vishwarupa Darshanam because I love you, you love me. Nobody has seen this before. Nobody has shown this at all. Your true love is what makes me reveal myself. That's why the Upanishad statement also. So, who exclusively chooses the Lord exclusively chooses that person. Now here, Bhaktya mam abhijanati, through devotion he comes to know. And what does he know? Yavan yaha cha asmi tattvataha. How I am and who I am. I cannot reveal to everyone because they don't see the importance of it. Will you tell a person anything very important when he does not even feel the importance of it? He'll say, when you grow up, I'll tell you. When a child asking many questions, our Gurudev used to make a joke of it. So the child, a young child, 3-year-old, 4-year-old, Daddy, yes, why is that there is cloud on the sky? What are these clouds? So the daddy seriously started explaining. What happens is, when the land gets heated up, the water also gets heated up. And the heated water in the ocean starts to evaporate. And as they go up, because of the atmospherical condition, it gets condensed. The condensed water forms the clouds. That fellow went to sleep already. Comes to Mom, why there are clouds? Indra? Yes. Indra's elephant is that cloud. Oh! See, that child, at that level, can you explain what atmospherical condition and then forming a cloud? He doesn't understand, even though that is the truth. Mommy, I think Daddy doesn't know. Yeah, right, you're right. He doesn't know what to say. So, Mam abhijanati. What is that? Yavan, how I am. Yaha aham asmi. Who am I? Tattvataha, really. There is a story which I have heard, you might have heard also. One king was there, and this is a famous story. Gurudev used to narrate it. And that king had a minister, and this king, when he passed away, a young new prince came into power. And the young prince had no regard for God. So his father was a great philanthropist, but the boy did not have any regard for God or saintly people, nothing. So he looked at the accounts, etc. A lot of money has been spent to the temples. So he called the minister, a very senior minister. I think too much of money is spent on these things. We can do something else other than this. Shut all of this. Close all these things. So you cannot do that. These temples are taken care by the kingdom. You don't have any other income otherwise. No, I don't think it's a waste. Why do you say that? I don't believe in God, so why should I have this? Why you don't believe in God? I don't know who it is, where it is, what does he do? I don't know, I have an idea. Do you have an idea? Huh? Where is he? Where is he? Which direction can be found? And what does he do? So the senior minister could not say, okay, I will give you one full day to think about it. My father has been thinking that you are a very wise person. Now give the answer to these three questions and then I will see. If you answer these three very well, I will give you more funds to the temple. Who is he? Where is he? What is he doing? So the minister came back home thinking the whole day he was waiting, thinking, very worried. So at that time, his granddaughter was there and she was going to Bal Vihar. So then she looked at the grandfather who was very worried. Oh, why are you worried? He said, no, I have to give an answer to the king tomorrow. What is question? You don't understand. You tell me. He asked that where is God, who is God, what is he doing and all that. I don't know how to tell him. He's young, he has not read anything, so I cannot quote Upanishad or Gita. He will not understand a thing. Now what will I do? So the young girl said, I learned from my Bal Vihar, so take me tomorrow to the court, to the Sabha. But you, and I will answer him. Okay. The next day, when the court assembled, the king was very amused, the prince. Oh, what is that you brought your granddaughter here? Actually, she is going to answer your questions. You cannot answer, she is going to answer. Yeah, she has her own way of doing things. So he was quite smiling and said, okay, what do you want to say? So the young girl, for me to answer, I need certain things. What? Bring a huge vessel filled with milk. Okay. And also a cup full of water. All right. So he brought a huge bowl of milk, asked the servants to bring it, and a bowl of water also. Okay, king, look at it. I'm pouring this water into this. Now tell me, where is the water inside? Show me the water. What? Show me the water. You saw it going inside, right? Show me now. I can't show you. So that means there is no water in this. No water is there. Okay, show me the curd in this. It's out. Curd comes out of this. No, show me the curd. Show me the ghee. Show me the butter. I can't. Do you think it is not there? Now, it is there, but in the same way, God is within every one of us, everything. You know it, but you cannot show it. This is it. In this way, you cannot show. You understand? Then she asked someone to bring a candle and light up the candle. King, light up the candle. She lit the candle. Tell me, in which direction is the light traveling? Which direction the light is traveling? Upward, downward, left, right, which side? Everywhere. Good. That means Bhagavan is not located in one place. Where is he? Everywhere. Like the light, once it lit up, it does not go in one direction. So too, Bhagavan's presence is not only in a temple or in a particular form. It is in every form, in every way. So he said, okay, even if I accept God is hidden and God is everywhere, what is he doing right now? So the young child said, see, I have been answering your questions properly. I'm not cheating you. Right? Yes. So you are my student now. I am your teacher. So teacher always sits above the student. You come down to the throne, I will have to get in there. This is young child. Okay. So you put the child on the throne. So the child sitting on the throne. Now who is the king here now? Me. Arrest this king. The soldiers don't know what to do, did not know what to do. Yes, the king got furious. What are you trying to do? Now I am the king, sitting there on the throne. Whoever sits on the throne is the king. So as a king, I can arrest you if you want. Right? Yes, this is what God does. He can put the poor to the rich, become rich, and rich to become poor. He can make anybody as anybody else. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripatamaham vande paramahandarupam. Right? So this is what he does. You do not know what he is capable of doing. So the child could understand because of its innocent acceptance of the truth. And we in them putting our logic again and again and again and again, we get more and more confused. So here he says, one who has the implicit devotion to me, bhaktyamam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tattvataha. He will come to know in essence, in truth, who am I and what I am. Jnatva or tattvataho jnatva, having understood who I am, the next one is vishate tadanantaram. He will enter into me. Meaning what? He will become me. This is a place, like Bhagavad Gita is the one of the very rare scriptures who can say, you are not only a worshipper of God, you are going to be Him. Meaning, that presence of the Lord once realized, between you and Him, essentially there will be no difference. Externally there will be difference. Bhagavan can create the universe, but essentially your nature and His nature will become one and the same. Vishate means enters. In Sanskrit, the word wish means to enter. That's why to enter into the country you need visa. It's a Sanskrit word. Huh? Next time when you ask where is a visa, first of all understand it's a Sanskrit word. Anyway, this is the visa. Pravesha, you know Pravesha. Pravesha is entry. So, Vishate means he will enter into me. In the Bhakti Granthas, there are 4 different kinds of association with the Lord is said. In Shivananda very beautifully it is said, Sarupyam tava pujane Shiva Mahadevedi Sankirtane Sanipyam tava bhakti durya janata sangatya sambhashane Salokyam chachara charatmakatanu dhyane bhavani pate Sayujyam mama siddhamatra bhavati swamin kritarthosmyaham. He says that I will take your form while I am doing the meditation, puja of you. I will come closer to you by singing your glories. I am in your abode when I am in the company of your devotees. But when I see you in every being, I enter into you. Chara acharatmakatonu dhyane bhavani pate sayujyam adasiddham atra bhavati. Atra, here itself I reach you or merge with you when I come to meditate your presence. Chara achara atmaka danu dhyane bhavani pate. And I meditate upon you as you are present in charam cha acharam cha. In the living, in the moving and unmoving. So here Bhagavan says, tattvataha jnatva vishate. He enters. When? Tad anantaram. Anantaram means later. Later means what? Prarabdha kshayad urdhvam. After the prarabdha which is holding this physical body alive, So that is, even those Mahatmas who have realized the highest truth appear to be present in front of us as human beings or living beings, because the past actions which are to be experienced by this physical body, sustaining the physical body as though available there, but in their mind they have already reached there. But for others to see, they will appear to be as any other individual. So therefore, tad anantaram deha padanat urdhvam. After the physical body physically also is gone, at that point they become one, merged with the Lord Himself. So, bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tattvataha. Then tato mam tattvato jnatva, knowing me, vishate tadanantaram. So next page, link between knowledge, devotion and action. Abidance in the self is same as complete surrender to God. Devotion is marked by the absence of separateness from the beloved. So too is the abidance in the self is remaining as the self without any thought of individuality or ego. Bhagavan Krishna says, by devotion he knows my essence as who I am, then he enters into me. Does this abidance result in stagnant, unproductive existence? One who has realized the self through knowledge and meditation and the essence of God through devotion will engage in selfless service by taking refuge in Him. He gains an eternal abode of the Lord. So following are the footsteps of a realized wise man, the seekers also should engage in the following. That is, study of the scriptures, contemplation and practice of meditation in the path of knowledge. In devotion is daily prayers and complete surrender to the Lord God's will. And then also engaging, seeing everyone with love without any anxiety about the result, serving everyone with love. Gurudev said the term entry is used here exactly in the same fashion as the dreamer enters the waking state. Think about it. How a dreamer you are, how do you enter the waking state? Are you entering? What does that entry means when you wake up in the morning? I'm entering into the world now. You become awakened to a new dimension. You awaken to the new state of consciousness, isn't it? And from that state of consciousness as you are right now, what is your understanding about the dream as of now? Even though you experienced it, no doubt about that. But how much valid and true is that experience of yours? Yes, experienced, but it is not true, isn't it? So too, when it say he enters, vishate tadanantaram, when he enters into God means that awareness of the Lord, or what is known as in Upanishad as Turiya Avastha, the state of Chaturtham, fourth state of consciousness is when one looks at the waking state also like that of the dream. Even though experienced, it has no ultimate reality, permanence. And that alone can really help one to engage in this world, yet not get caught anywhere. It is as though you are entering into the dream, knowing that it's a dream. How will you enjoy that? Huh? Will you really enjoy it? When you know it's a dream, how will you enjoy it? Ice cream is there. Actually, it is not there. But that doesn't stop you from experiencing it. Enjoy it. उसमें attachment नहीं होगा. There is no attachment to it. But you don't stop experiencing. But there is no attachment to it, and there is no wanting it more. Why? It's not true. What is the question of asking for it again? Vishate tadanantaram. That's what the beauty of it. So enters into the state of having entered into the waking state means you have already renounced the dream. Not only you have come out of it, but in your mind also, importance to that is least. Would you validate anything that you did in the state of dream into the waking? In the dream, I have signed a contract. Is it valid now? In the state of waking, no. In the same way, a person who has gained this knowledge of the Lord and has entered into Him has no more reality associated with what he has been experiencing. Continuing, sarva karmanyapi sada kurvano madvyapashrayah matprasadadavapnoti Shashvatam padamavyayam sarva karmanyapi sada kurvano madvyapashrayah matprasadadavapnoti Shashvatam padamavyayam. Such a person who has correct knowledge and devotion to God will not keep quiet. Gurudev would say such a person is not a parasite in this world. And he is dead against this kind of people who, in the name of religion, become unproductive existence in this world. And Gurudev used to say that bhakti is not a passive devotion to God. It is an active engagement of seva for the sake of the Lord. And he also writes in his commentary, when you enter the abode of the Lord, he does not ask you, who are you? He asks you, what did you do? Visa will be stamped only when you prove that you did something to the world. Who are you is not the question. What did you do? Because your actions should be expression of your love for God. Sarva karmani, all actions, kurvanaha, being one who is doing, api sada. Even though he is doing all actions, and how does he do? Mat vyapashraya, taking complete surrender to me or taking shelter in me. And such a person alone can be free of anxiety. Right? Our anxiety is because we think we are doing it. When he knows Bhagavan is doing, what is the anxiety about it? He knows what to do through me. So why should I be anxious? When he is doing through me, the doer is also he. And the enjoyer of the result is also he. And the giver of the result is also he only. Bhokta cha prabhureva cha. Bhagavan said that I am the Bhokta, I am the Prabhu, I am the Karta. So who are you then? So I am only an expression of him. With this understanding alone, a person does the action. Sarva karmani api sada kurvana madvyapashraya, taking total shelter in me. And such a person, continuously he will have one characteristic. What is that? Avyayam shashvatam padam shanti. Such a person alone will be a very epitome of peace. Mat prasadat avapnoti. He gets it out of my grace. And Gurudev writes in his commentary, God does not give you grace. God is grace. It is like you say, sun and its light. Can you separate that? Sun is light. It is its expression of the sun itself is that. Without the light, the sun cannot be. This is how our masters have viewed the world. Sun is light. Even though you don't directly see, do you see the sun directly? Try. We know when you wake up in the morning, when you open the door or windows, you know the sun is there. How? How do you know? Because all other things I see because of his light only. Tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. By his light alone, everything else is shining. You don't need to look. I am seeing everything, but I doubt whether there is sun at all at that night. You have no doubt in your mind. Even though you are not directly seeing the sun. But when I look at the world, when I open the door and look at everything, I know it is there. So too a devotee is seeing the world, and with that understanding, it is by the grace of the Lord alone, every living being is there, including me. If I am able to see, it is because of His grace. If I am able to hear, it is His grace. I am able to speak, it is because of His grace. This is the elevated mind of a devotee. He doesn't see anything else. Therefore he says, Mat prasadat, by my grace, Shashvatam padam avyayam apnodi. He obtains the eternal abode, which he earlier has said, Vishate. He enters into me, knows me, understands me. So he is slowly transferred from knowledge to devotion to action. Such a person does not remain as a lazy, useless, unproductive person in this world. Sarva karmani api sada kurvana, doing all actions. More of it we'll see in the next session. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkhabhat bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.